Hello, I'm Diana Cox, one of the tutors here in the South Florida Bible College Writing Lab. And today I'm going to show you one way to find, gather, organize, and analyze information for a paper. Let's say your professor gives you this. Write a 2 to 3 paged report about literary elements in the Gospel of Matthew. Your work should include a minimum of 3 academic sources and 5 footnote citations. You must use the class text, a library book, and online websites and/or journals. Use Turabian style. A well-written assignment specifies the requirements for length, topic, sources, and format. You know some information from your class text, and the professor wants you to use it. So that's one source down. An SFBC library assistant can help you with the library book required. So that's a second source down. But this report requires an online academic source. One general but important academic source is a commentary. Many learned theologians have written extensive commentaries, and some websites include digital versions. BlueLetterBible.com, BibleGateway.com, and BibleHub.com are just a few. SFBC's library has access to the online database Bible Explorer. Just ask a library assistant for the free download. In this episode, I'm using BibleStudyTools.com. At the main page, click on the top menu option Study and scroll to Commentaries. More than a dozen appear. Let's try the first one. Commentary Critical and Explanatory on the Whole Bible. Click on it. Scroll down to Matthew. There's an introduction section. Let's try that. Now comes the mental work. You need to find only the information that fulfills your assignment. Try reading the first sentence of every paragraph. That should give you an idea of the information in that paragraph. If the first sentence doesn't apply, then go to the next paragraph and the next, etc., until you find one that works. Here's something useful. But by far, the most interesting and important point connected with this gospel is the language in which it was written. That has something to do with language. Let's save the whole article in case other information is also useful. Highlight it and the citation information. Hit Control-C to copy, and then open a new Word document. Hit Control-V to paste. Then go back and copy the article's URL. That will be important when you write your required footnotes and bibliography. Paste it below the article and type a separation line between it and the next article you copy and paste. Of course, remember to Control-S to save, and voila, the article and citation information is on your computer. If you find nothing among the commentaries or you want more information, try searching eJournals. SFBC partners with Galaxy, an online compilation of more than 150 journals. It's the easiest way to find information on Bible topics. Log into your Populi account dashboard at sfbc.populyweb.com. Scroll down. Here's the ProQuest link in blue. If you're in the psychology or the counseling program, that's your link to thousands of research articles. And under that is the Galaxy link. Click on it and see its list of journals in red on the left and options for you in black on the right. While you can search by author or verse, I'm choosing Search Journals and typing in the topic required. Literary Elements, Gospel of Matthew. And that yields thousands of articles. First, read only the titles. A good title will tell you what information is in the text. If it sounds useful, read the blurb below it. Here's one. Is Matthew Midrash? Midrash is a literary genre and would be appropriate. So click on it. Again, read only a few paragraphs opening sentences and determine if they're useful. Don't stop and read the whole article now. This is research and gather mode only. When you find something useful, follow the same process you did with your commentary information. Control-C to copy, move to your already prepared Word document, and Control-V to paste. Do that for every article you find. And the research will result in one very long working document with all your online source material and citation URLs for later. And best of all, it's on your computer in case the internet ever goes down, which it will at the worst time. So after you've gathered all the articles you want, it's time to organize and analyze. Let's go back to that document and work it like a grad student. What specific information can you use from all that copying and pasting? Now's the time to carefully read and analyze. When I read sources, I use a system of colors to identify various elements in a text, like this. I use green to identify an ongoing idea. Green means go, that makes sense to me. In this article, the ongoing idea is in the first few lines. It is believed by a formidable number of critics that this gospel was originally written in Hebrew, and that the Greek Matthew, which we now possess, is a translation of that work. I use the opposite color purple for proposals. Purple, proposal, easy to remember. This article's main proposal is appropriately just after that. The evidence on which this opinion is grounded is wholly external, and a few lines down it says, unsatisfactory. From this first paragraph, you should see a developing argument between those who think Matthew was written originally in Hebrew and then translated, and those who believe it was originally done in Greek. And since there's an argument here, there has to be evidence. I use red for evidence. 3 points of evidence are here. We have not a title of historical evidence that is a translation. So, no Hebrew version exists, either by Matthew himself or anyone else. The next one, all antiquity refers to it. This Greek gospel was from the first received by the church as an integral part of the one quadriform gospel. So, it has historical acceptance. And finally, this gospel proclaims its own originality in a number of striking points, such as its manner of quoting from the Old Testament and its phraseology. All that to say, no grammatical evidence exists for translation. Clearly, any color scheme that makes sense to you will work, but colorizing does help some students better organize and summarize an article's information. It also helps you when you write your outline. Finding and gathering information on the web can seem daunting, but once you copy and paste your sources into one long working document, you can then begin analyzing them. Colorizing takes time and thought, but it can help you summarize your material. I'm glad you've tuned in today to hear one process for finding, gathering, organizing, and analyzing your research. For further videos, see our SFBC page at writinglab.sfbc.edu. And for questions about citation or other paper issues, email dcox@sfbc.edu. Because here at SFBC, we want you to write often and write right.